Good evening to you all. Today, we're starting the first episode on Surah Al-aaraf. Alif Lam Mim Sad. The meaning. I am Allah, I explain. Other people said no, that's not what it means. They said it means I am Allah, the all-knowing. Others disagreed. They said it means I am Allah, the creator. And there's another opinion that says I am Allah, the reformer. And a fourth, fifth, or even sixth opinion says I am Allah, I test. And another opinion after that says I am Allah, the king. And so on. Other opinions said it's not about any of these meanings. It's just the name of the surah. Meaning, Alif Lam Mim Sad is the name of Surah Al-aaraf. Some people had a completely different view, saying it's only meant as a challenge, nothing more. So, what's the source here? It's Mufati al-Gaib by al-Razi. The real question here is, if we go with the last opinion that says it's just a challenge, is the Quran a clear book, or is it a book meant to challenge? That was actually an important question. And then there's another question. You're telling me, I am Allah, I know best. I am Allah, I explain. I am Allah, I test. I am Allah, the king. So, which one am I supposed to go with? The important thing is, you have to tell me. And then, if you tell me to go with this, on what basis? What's your evidence that I should go with this one? That's the whole story. Because when you come and tell me that their differences are a mercy, I can say, in jurisprudence, sure, do ablution in this way. Do things in that way. Give zakat in that way. Perform hajj in that way. These details are possible. But when you come and present me with a single verse that has absolutely no clear meaning, and you give me 8 or 9 interpretations and tell me you choose. Okay, but why should I be the one to choose? I mean, I agree, but still. So what was that all about? The real question was, which meaning are we going to take and why? A book sent down to you, so let there be no discomfort in your heart about it, so that you may warn with it and remind the believers. The meaning is that the Quran is a book sent down from God to the Prophet Muhammad, and he was instructed not to let his heart be troubled while delivering the message, even if his people rejected him. That was the first interpretation, or the initial explanation. In other words, the first opinion about the verse. The second opinion says no, it's a book sent down from God to the Prophet Muhammad, and he was instructed not that his heart shouldn't be troubled. No, he was told not to have any doubt in his heart about the book itself as he delivers its message. Meaning, as you deliver it, be certain that it is from God. Why? Because he confirmed the same meaning in Surah Yunus, verse 94, when he said to him, so if you are in doubt about what we have sent down to you, if you personally are in doubt about what we have sent down to you, then ask those who have been reading the book before you. So here, the issue is that it shouldn't be. Let there be no distress in your heart. This one that you see, the one I've underlined here, it was meant to refer to both of these meanings. Either that your heart shouldn't be troubled as you deliver the message, or that. The second meaning is that there shouldn't be any doubt in your own heart about the message you are delivering. These were the two meanings, in fact, and we are still referring to the same source. Al-Razi's Keys of the Unseen. My questions here, honestly, are, what is the wisdom behind making book indefinite? I mean, it could have said this book was sent down to you, since the book is known and it is the Quran. So what is the wisdom behind using the indefinite form and not the definite form for book? Boom, that was my first question. All right. The second question. What is the wisdom behind using the passive form was sent down when the one who sent it down is known, and that is Allah? That was my second question. actually. Okay, the next point. Was the Quran a complete book that was revealed to the Prophet at that time so that it could be described as a book? The issue is that the Quran was not yet complete, nor had it been revealed at the time this verse was sent down, yet it describes the Quran as a book when it wasn't a book yet. So, it's worth really thinking carefully about this point. All right, that was the point, actually. The last point, actually, isn't a question but rather a note or a remark. Pay attention to what he says. A book sent down to you, that's a singular second person pronoun, directed at you specifically, a singular second person pronoun. So you can warn, notice, warn, that's you, again. A singular second person pronoun, so you can warn with it. That's the verse in question, pay attention to it, because what comes next is different. The next verse, verse 3, is different from this. The pronouns in it are different from these. Follow what has been sent down to you from your Lord, and do not follow other guardians besides him. How little you remember. Again, notice here that the address uses the plural second person pronoun. We said last time it was with the singular second person pronoun, but here it's to you a plural second person pronoun. Your Lord, your Lord. That's the plural second person pronoun. And do not follow, that's also the plural second person pronoun. You remember, again, that's a plural second person pronoun. Pay attention, it's also a plural pronoun. So, in verse 2, it was a singular second person pronoun. In verse 3, it's a plural second person pronoun. And you need to distinguish and pay attention to how the pronouns shift here, so you can understand how things are going. And how many a town we destroyed, and our punishment came upon it by night, or while they were taking their midday rest. All right, the meaning is, it's saying that there were many towns. God is saying, we destroyed many towns, or take note, we destroyed some of them. Some other people say no, we neither destroyed them nor destroyed some of them. This means we intended to destroy them. Not that we just destroyed them, that's it. No, what we mean is, we only intended it, there was just the intention, but no actual destruction happened. Then there's a third group who say, no, what God means is that he sent the angels of punishment to these towns, and they wiped them out at night while their people were sleeping. Some people said, no, what he means is that he sent the angels of punishment to them, and they wiped them out during the siesta while they were resting. You get it? QA Island means the time of the siesta, midday, what we call the afternoon nap. Who's the source here? Al-Jami Liakam al-Quran by al-Qurtubi. That's the idea. I hope the meaning is clear. Here too, the address uses the first person plural pronoun. Pay attention. We destroyed, that's God, using the first person plural pronoun. All right, our might. That's also a first person plural pronoun. That's the verse. God is, of course, speaking about himself in the plural form or with the plural pronoun to magnify and exalt his supreme essence. So their only plea when our might came upon them was to say, indeed, we were wrongdoers. The meaning. So the only thing the people of the town said when our might came upon them, meaning when we sent them angels, or when we destroyed them, or when we intended to destroy them, and so on. That is, according to the meaning in the previous verse. As soon as our might, our power, came upon them. That is, they immediately admitted that they had done wrong, that they were polytheists, and they confessed to wrongdoing, evil, and associating others with God. That's the idea. So, as soon as our might came upon them, meaning the only thing they said after our power, our strength, and, mind you, our might reached them, was that they immediately admitted and said, "What are we? We are unjust people, we were polytheists, and we admit to all the mistakes we made. It's only natural." Who is the source here? Al-Razi's Keys to the Unseen. Notice here that the speech uses the first person plural pronoun, our might. We were pay attention. It's the first person plural pronoun. So we will surely question those to whom messengers were sent, and we will surely question the messengers themselves. The meaning is that God will ask the people of the towns, "Did you respond to the messengers I sent to you with messages or not?" That's the first question. Not just that, he will also ask the messengers themselves, "When I sent you to the people of the towns with messages, did they obey you or did they disobey you?" So, he will ask both the messengers themselves and the people of the towns to whom the messengers were sent. Who is the source here? It's Fath al-Qadir by al-Shawkani. First, let me ask you if God already knows the answers of the messengers in advance, and the answers of those to whom the messengers were sent, the people of the towns. Why does he ask these people? And why does he ask those people? I want to understand this. And that's why, let me take you back to the verse. He uses it twice, saying, "We will surely question those to whom messengers were sent." Who are they? The people of the towns. And then, "We will surely question the messengers." The messengers, meaning the prophets, so he will question these and he will question those. But if he already knows the answer in advance, because, as we know, God's knowledge is absolute, his power is absolute, and his will is absolute. If he already knows the answers of these and those, then why does he ask them? And that's the verse, or the point, from which I got the inspiration for this title. That was actually the first question. The second question is, what's the wisdom behind using the passive form of the word sent? Because, what is he saying? We will surely question those to whom it was sent. Those to whom it was sent are the people of the towns. So it could have just said, "We will surely question the people of the towns." Because to whom it was sent is in the passive form. Even though those to whom it was sent are known, they are the people of the towns. So what's the story here? All right, also, everyone, pay attention to the point made in every verse, which is that the address here uses the first person plural pronoun, which is "we will surely question," meaning we, Allah. This is the first person plural pronoun, "we will surely question." We will surely question. Why is the pronoun also plural here? For what reason? For the plural. This had to be pointed out. So we will recount to them with knowledge, and we were never absent. The meaning is that Allah will inform the people of the towns that he is fully aware. He knows the message that the messengers delivered to them. It's like he's telling them, "People of the towns, this is from way back. I know the message the messengers brought to you. I understand it very well and know it, not just that. And I also know how you responded and what you said, just so you know Allah knows." So then, if you're going to tell them that you know, why did you ask them in verse 6 before, "We will surely question them," and "we will surely question them"? But here it says, "So we will recount." Meaning, in the previous verse, we said we would ask. Yes, verse 6. But here, we're telling them that we know the message the messengers came with, and we know your response to it. You get it? So then, What was the point of asking, anyway? That's the idea, basically. All right, here's Ma'alamat Tanzil, the source. Ma'alamat Tanzil by al-Baghawi. Here, also notice that the address is in the plural first-person pronoun. So we will recount we Allah, and we were we Allah, and the weighing on that day will be the truth. So whoever's scales are heavy, those are the successful ones. The meaning is that the judgment on the day of resurrection will be with truth and justice. But there's another opinion that says Gabriel is the one in charge of the scales. Meaning what? He'll take from the good deeds of the wrongdoer and give them to the wronged, and take from the sins of the wronged and put them on whom? On the wrongdoer. So what's the wisdom behind having the scales, Gabriel, and all of this? The wisdom is that Allah shows his servants that he does not wrong anyone. Who's the source here? It's Lubab Alto al-Faimani al-Tanzil by Al-Khazin. Keep in mind that this verse doesn't contain any pronoun neither from Allah, nor from the Prophet, nor from anyone else. This is a statement, and as for those whose scales are light, they are the ones who have lost themselves because they used to wrong our signs. The meaning is that those whose good deeds weigh light are the disbelievers who denied the proofs of Allah's oneness and rejected them. And these are the ones who deprive themselves of Allah's reward on the day of judgment. Who's the source? We're still with Lubab Alto al-Faimani al-Tanzil by Al-Khazin here. A point worth noting here is that the address uses the plural pronoun in our signs. If you notice, it says our signs, we Allah. And we have certainly established you upon the earth and made for you therein means of livelihood. Little are you grateful. The meaning. We, Allah, have given you, O children of Adam, a place on earth and enabled you to manage and act within this place. And we created for you various kinds of food and drink so that you could live by them. But unfortunately, many of you have met these blessings with denial and ingratitude. The source is Al-Wasit fi Tafsir al-Quran by Sheikh Muhammad Sayyid Tantawi. Notice here as well, the address is also using which pronoun? There are two types of address here, meaning, for example, we enabled you, that's a plural pronoun for addressing a group, and we made, that's also a plural pronoun for the speaker. So here, there are actually two types of pronouns. Thank you all very much, and I hope you'll follow us in the next episode, because it will, to some extent, raise a lot of questions and inquiries. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in another episode. Goodbye.